Bless it. Hail to the island when I find race and His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie.
Dubstep.
I think all music is open for an individual interpretation and opinion. So how I may describe my music, I think is kind of irrelevant, because I think it's important for people to listen to it and to make their own opinion without having a description of apparently my music or dubstep or house or drum and bass is this. It is what it is at the moment of time it's heard, and I think it can be many things.
I kind of really got into it through like what Mala, Koki and Lothar was writing. A lot of the kind of people that were MCing to the music at that time were had carried on with kind of like the typical idea of a dance music MC. And when I was like listening to the music that I was hearing, I was like, it didn't, like, you know, I used to MC jungle, drum and bass before that anyway. And as a unit, we used to kind of make jungle tapes and drum and bass tapes back in the day. So we operated as a sound unit already. And so when I'm hearing the music that like my friends are writing, and I'm hearing the way that like other MCs are kind of approaching the music, and I was like, this music doesn't sit with that. To me, the music does a lot, and so I kind of just wanted to kind of, you know, step up to the plate and kind of put my spin on what I thought the sound kind of, you know, did, like in the terms of how it fills the space.
Growing up, I used to listen to jungle, you know, like folks just said, we used to, you know, as a unit from like, you know, 94, 95, we used to make, you know, that's what we was into, jungle every day at school. So, you know, listening to people like Groove Rider, people like Kenny Ken and Mickey Finn, Darren J, the Ragga Twins, Moose, Navigator 5-0, like them people, they were a massive inspiration in the sense that listening to what them guys were doing back in the early 90s kind of gave me that fire inside to want to be involved in music from a very young age. And it was never that goal to kind of to ever try and be like famous or well known or wealthy or anything like that through sound. It was really just like, it was hardcore, you know what I mean? You used to hear about the parties and it would be a dark room and a big sound system and this underground music that no one else in the world knew about apart from the people that were there and then. And that to me was something that's always inspired me. So that definitely inspired me from a young age. I think growing up, from listening to jungle, that kind of opened up my mind to listen to other different types of music, because in jungle there was many styles of music, from techno to acid to dub to jazz to roots, you know what I mean? So I could relate to lots of different other musics just because I think I listened to jungle as a kid. But you know, people like, I know people like Nit and Sawney or like Roots Maneuver, Cinematic Orchestra. I can't really pinpoint exact kind of influences, because I feel that over the years I've been influenced by so many, you know, amazing like musicians and writers. You know, I listen to people like Sizzla or Jacure or Burning Spear, and they influence you in a different way. I think you're not always influenced in sound to create a sound similar. Sometimes somebody will influence your opinion and your attitude, which will, I guess, eventually change how you write your sound and the reason why I'm writing my music, you know?
The sound has changed, I would say, dramatically since like the first few DMZs and that, where I think, a lot of the last year and a half, maybe even 2 years, has been a lot of media attention towards the music, which has obviously attracted a lot more people.
Dubstep has to be this now, you know what I mean? Whereas before, you know what I mean, you just write a track and then you play it. Yeah. That's what you did.
I think there's also, it's kind of got like more of a rewind culture now. Like there was always rewinds and that, but I think now it's almost like people are writing music just to get rewound. I don't know, like Mala said, to me it's about, like, this behind us is perfect now to have a party, you know, darkness, system and music, that, you know,
good vibes,
and I think that's what's always been most important at DMZ, you know, that's what we've always kind of kept at the forefront, is that it's about like deep music for, like, you know what I mean, people who are kind of mature people, man, you know what I mean, for party for big people, you know, everyone's welcome, but to us it's kind of like a mature music kind of thing, you know, it's to come and like like we say, meditate on bass weight. You know what I mean? That is what honestly the intention of the music was for. And I feel like the music has mutated quite a lot now. And so if you just were to Google dubstep and listen to some of the stuff that you'd find, I don't think necessarily it'd be a fair representation of the music in its true form as I see it. So when you kind of come somewhere and it's like it's new to people, it's just brilliant to see, you know, and to watch. And like Mala said, you see them kind of on the outskirts, not really knowing what to do with it. And by the end of the night, even if they hadn't danced, you know, they've people like come up and said like they had a great time, and you know that you're connecting with people, like that's kind of what.
And that's what it's about, you know what I mean? Like I said earlier, it's about sound and it's about people. It's about that connection, man. And last night, I definitely felt it.
I think that a big part of what nurtured dubstep was the internet and the dubstep forum, which kind of, I guess, you know, it connected a lot of people and it put a lot of people in touch internationally and created, I guess, like a hype for itself.
We've always played our music on a good sound system to people that have enjoyed the music. So we were just cracking on doing our thing. It wasn't a scene that was built on hype. It's not a scene that was built on ego. It was a scene that's been built on sound. And that was the focus. You know what I mean? It was nothing else. It wasn't no fashion. It was nothing. We were dealing with sound, and that's all that mattered. That's what I'm saying. Dark room, big sound system, perfect. Everyone's head was on the music. And I think that's why, to an extent, that dubstep as a scene and as a sound has grown the way it has, because I truly think that the people that have been involved in its progression focused mainly, if not solely, on sound.
SubSub.